can happen to people, and I mean wherever in the West, wherever it is for Africans to open their eyes and see their greatness. That is the worst thing that can happen. You know why? How many resources, you were saying the other day, how many resources do we have over there? How much resources do we have in Africa? What percentage of the, that's, I'm telling you, look at this for Africa, the future of Africa. I'm talking about great leaders. Now look at this. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, you know why it's poor. We all know why it's poor. Yeah, because yes, you're right about that. Yeah, yeah. So what yes, where the money's going, and what I'm saying is the future of Africa. Great leaders, right? Great security system, right? Food for everyone, lights, this, that, everything functioning well. What do you think will happen to all those countries that have their hands in Africa that depend on it for their survival? And leaders who would say no. For example, today, look at what we saw. We saw the French government. What were they giving? They were giving. They donated 1.3 billion. This thing pissed me the hell off when I saw it. 1.3 billion they donated to fight coronavirus in Africa. And you know, some government somewhere is going to sit down and think this is a good idea for him. This is like, oh, wonderful, we have more money. Dumbasses. They don't give nothing for, they don't give something for nothing. Because they need to keep their grip on the motherland. What happened to a leader who would say, you know what, thank you, keep your loan, we don't want it. Let's get back to basics. What do we need to do to build? Who do we need to make trade deals with? What do we need to start doing from the grassroots? The farmers, the this, the that. That one point, they will make that 1.3 billion in 1 month. Which is, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's only happening because of the Chinese. Because they want to kick the Chinese out. They don't want, yeah. Yeah, but they don't trust each other. They don't trust. You know why? Because they're all damn crooks. Well, not every single one of them. They are the odd few good eggs in there. But even those eggs, they're fighting a battle with devils. You know, they're fighting the battles with devils. Because how can you win when you're surrounded by devils? Judases. You know, you see Judas everywhere you turn, and you're the person. There you go. Mm-hmm. Hmm. You know, I had a conversation with somebody today who was saying, you know, the Kenyans were chased out by the Chinese, by a Chinese investor in one of their villages, from the gold mines. Yeah, they chased the government admin and the Chinese investor. They flee basically because they were chased by the people, and this is because they were mining on land, which the people had, which the people, you know, were buried in their ancestors and stuff. Yes, they were doing that, and they chased them out. And I'll tell you something. Somebody said, "Oh, oh, this would have been traumatic for the Chinese. I'm thinking to myself, what are you doing in Africa? What?
Yeah.
Go back home. If you don't want us to come to your country, don't come to Africa. But if you're going to be hostile, then you deserve the hostility. But if you're going to be kind and courteous and you're going to allow freedom of movement and not put in stupid signs like the ones we've been saying, blacks are not allowed and all that, then don't expect to be welcome. And Africans puzzle me, you know. How was somebody, you walk past somebody and you say, oh, hello, and the person is killing your people.
See, that's the thing. What you're saying makes sense. However, remember when the slave trade was around? Nobody wanted black people around, but they still wanted them as slaves.
Yeah.
They still wanted them in their house. Or the kids were allowed to have them, looked after by black people. But black is dirty. But yeah, my child could be, can have everything done by a black person. So it's this idea that they would think in their head, oh, how can I expect that? No, because
Yeah.
you know.
And they're shocked that Nigerians are chasing them out of Nigeria. You should not be shocked. All you need to do is look in your country and look how you treat them. They're the basic reflection of you, and they've just woken up, and that's all it is. They've just woken. They're tired, and they've just woken up. You know, this coronavirus made a lot of people lose work,
Oh yes.
and a lot of people are hungry and stuff. You know, when people are hungry, then obviously they got nothing to lose.
Oh yeah, they've got. No one knows what's gonna come out at the end of this. So what have you got to lose?
And this is not about sentiment or who my party, your party, or my uncle, your uncle. This is about what is right. Doing the right thing by the country to make sure that people can go home without fear for their lives, and people can walk the streets and be safe, and people can live a life and fend for their families and not die because of hunger and poverty in a country that's filled with gold and diamonds and all sorts of things. That is what it is.
It's also about allowing when you allow your people to go to a different country to have the same right as every single other person. Because why are they not having the same right? Why are we in the middle of a pandemic and they are being kicked out?
That's what puzzles me. And they shout racism, 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 and you are this.
Home.
Sorry.
And they can't leave to go home. Where are they gonna go?
It's just even the conscience. To me, I'll be honest with you. You know, some people, I don't know about them, you know, but from what I've seen now, people are waking up. But for me, when somebody shows me that kind of thing, that there is a pandemic that they started and they have no remorse towards anyone that they've caused problems for,
How it started, right?
you better watch out for those people. That's what I'm going to say.
You know